Hi guys, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made Banana Splitty. And this one was actually really fun to make. I mean, they're all fun to make, but maybe it's just because I like ice cream. But I think it turned out pretty good. It's a little bit, again, the chocolate's a little bit darker, and then I put a little red cherry, and the actual Shopkins character has a little yellow cherry there on the top. So for this one, you're going to need some yellow clay and some purple for the little dollops of, I'm assuming it's whipped cream, and then some brown for the chocolate, as well as a little piece of waffle on the top, and then just 3 small little pieces of white that I've already gone ahead and smushed together, and then red for the cherry. And what I've been doing lately is just taking a black Sharpie, and once it's baked and cooled down, then I'll just go in, put in a little bit of white paint, and then once that's dried, going around with the black marker and then glazing it. So that seems to be working pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I went about and made Banana Splitty. So I'm just going to take some of the yellow and make sort of a shape that's narrow on the ends and wider in the middle, and just kind of flatten that down and squish it. And I'm just going to pinch around the outside just to make it like a bowl shape. So you kind of, it almost looks like a lemon, and leave the ends turned up a little bit. So that'll be the bowl shape. And there's also 2 little hands, so we'll just roll out some bits of yellow. And then there's also a little tiny spoon, and it's yellow as well. So to make that, I'm just going to roll out a little tiny ball and kind of flatten it down. And then I'll take a little piece of yellow and roll it out for the handle. And then just kind of attach it like so. So like this little tiny spoon. And then just go in and make the round part of the spoon. So it'll be something kind of like that. And that's what it'll hold in its hand. So I'll just set that aside. So for the next part, I'm just going to take the little ice cream scoops and pinch them together so they're all going to fit right on top. Just like so. And then just go in with a little tool and just mark up the ice cream. You can always do this before you, actually, let me see, I'll take it off and do that first. Looks like there's just a bit of lines and whatnot in the ice cream. And around the bottom, I'm just going to take a tool and just go around the entire outside of the ice cream. Just to give it a bit of texture, like so, and then we'll put it back on. Like so. So once you have the ice cream on, then just going to flatten out our little bowl here. I'm going to take some of the purple and just roll that out. And just going to twist it together. And then just make a little swirl. We'll pop one there. And we'll make another one here. And just twist it like so. So you have like a little dollop of whipped cream. And put that on either side. And then what I'm going to do is take one of my tools here and just make a little hole in the ice cream, and that's where the little wafer or little waffle thing may be. So just going to flatten out some brown and make a triangle shape. So something like that. And then I'm just going to take some texture on the tool here and just roll that right over the clay. And it gives it a bit of a pattern like you'd see like on an ice cream cone or a wafer. So like that. So what I'm going to do is actually take these off. So I forgot, I'll have to actually go in and put the chocolate on first, and then we'll build up our top pieces. So we'll just set aside our little dollops of whipped cream there and the wafer. So for the chocolate, I mean, you can mix pastel and some of the liquid translucent Sculpey, but all I did was just take some brown clay and then thin it out and then just laid it on top. Just so it kind of looks like it's been drizzled on. Because then once you put glaze on it, it'll look a bit more like chocolate. I'm just gonna press that down. You just want to add as much chocolate as you want to. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, and then make another little indent for the wafer. So I will put that right in there, and then put our little dollops of whipped cream on either side. Oh, I think I might actually have to make the wafer a little bit thicker, because you don't want it too thin or else it's not going to stand up. So just make sure you have a thick enough piece of clay, and then just texture it again. And then stick that on the top there. And then for the cherry, I made a little red one, and this one that I made, but the little stem fell off, so I'm gonna have to glue that back on. So for now, what I'm gonna do is just plop a little red ball on the top there, and then I'll just put a little tiny hole right on the top, so then if you want to add a stem in, then we can do that after. So I'm just going to go around the edges of the bowl. like so. And then we'll attach our little hands on here. I don't want to forget about this spoon, so I'll just take that one off there and pop our spoon there. So there he's got a hold of the little spoon. And there's little tiny bananas on either side, and for that I just took some of the yellow. It's kind of hard to see, but just made little tiny bananas for either side. So let's see here. I'm gonna try and make a little banana shape. Just a little tiny one, and then I'm just gonna cut that right in half. And just be careful if you're using a sharp tool. So then you have this little banana shape that's flat on one side and rounded on the other. And then you can just pop the little bananas in on either side. Like so. So there we have the little banana splitty. So I'm just going to fiddle with it for a little bit just to get it to where I want it to look like, and what I'll probably do is just touch up some of the yellow. You'll see I got a bit of red from the cherry on there, but you can just touch it up with paint once it's baked and dried. So we'll go ahead and bake it for 275 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes, and then afterwards, once it's cooled down, I'll just go in and make the little eyes, and then we'll be done. Alright, so here is our finished banana splitty, and I haven't attached the little stem of the cherry yet, so if you guys have any tips on you know, getting the clay to not break off if it's really thin, then just leave me a comment below, because normally if it's really thin it'll just break off, and then I'll just attach it with some glue. But for the most part I think he turned out pretty good. It's a little bit different in color from the actual Shopkins, or Shopkin character, but as you see, I just took a little paintbrush and just dipped it in white. So I just made two little white circles, and then once that dried I just went in with the black Sharpie, and that seems to be sort of the easiest way to do it. So this is just a Sharpie pen with a really thin tip on the end of it there, and it seems to work pretty good. And then I just glazed it, and as you can see, the chocolate, once you put some glaze on it, it looks a little bit more realistic. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and be sure to like and also comment if there's a Shopkins character that you'd like to see me make a tutorial of. Just let me know, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.